I want to go back to 2023 when I met n8n for the first time. Before Juma, we rebranded a few months ago. The startup was called Team GPT, and this is the very first version. It was pretty early in the AI days, so the most popular thing built back then was building a ChatGPT wrapper, so this is what we did. We started as a hobby project. It was very, very sketchy. We were working with another startup, it was just like a side project. But it somehow took off, and we got 10,000 users with this super scrappy code, this super scrappy UI, which was very shit, not gonna lie. But somehow it took off, and we got a lot of big clients like UI, Chartercloud, and so on. And we understood that we have to actually make this work. So we did a complete rewrite of the software for 2 months, and we fixed all the stuff that were kind of broken. But then the problem came that we had to migrate 50,000 users from the first version to the newer one, and the first version was using MongoDB with a lot of broken data, and the new one was using PostgreSQL. And we reinvented the whole software. But how do you migrate 10 million messages, like many gigabytes of data from MongoDB to Postgres? This is a very, very hard technical task. So for this migration, we needed a visual way to actually do this. And this is my n8n workflow. And this is actually, some of the boxes, some of the nodes are actually separate workflows. So it's like a function calling another function. So it was like 30 workflows, the whole migration. We had to move their files, move their messages. It was so much data, and it was very, very hard. I was working on this for a couple of months. We migrated 50,000 users, 10 million messages. Because we have a lot of proprietary data, like the data of UI, Chartgraph, and so on, we had to self-host it, which was also very hard because we were bootstrapping, started with no money, and we didn't have money for a decent infrastructure. So it was very tough task. Not gonna lie. We connected to Slack, so we were getting notification for every migrated customer. This is a good day. So sometimes it wasn't working like this with all the green ones. This is the container. It was eating memory all the time. We had some bugs and stuff. And because the data was super inconsistent, because we were using non-relational database, we're an engineer here, by the way. So yeah, a lot of the data was very inconsistent, and I hit almost every possible bug or every possible problem with n8n. And this made me very proficient in fixing problems in n8n. I found a couple of bugs, found a few issues, committed some PRs, because n8n is open source. So I really got to know how n8n works under the hood. So after we finished this migration, I hadn't used n8n Lite a lot. We had a couple of workflows for internal use, but we met again last year. As I told you, I'm co-founder of Juma. Juma is an AI workspace for marketing teams. It's a place where a marketing team or marketing agency uses AI agents, AI models, and n8n. Something that we found out that a lot of the marketing teams already use n8n. And they use Juma, they use n8n, they were like, how can we use n8n inside Juma? We don't want to go to n8n and just click the button to execute the workflow. Can we start it from Juma and actually use my configs from Juma and get the result in Juma? I don't want to go to n8n because it's easier for me. So what we did, I called Mongathon, of course. I was like, hey, let's do this. I'm not sure how it should work because I'm not the ICP, I'm not the marketer. And Mongo is a great marketer. So we built it together, we were working for a couple of weeks.